All right, let's get started. Hope you guys are having a good day. Thank you for joining our session today. Today I'm so excited to really talk about our new foundational model, Amazon Nova, which we have launched and announced yesterday at Andy's keynote. I'm sure you've seen it. My name is Jay. I'm a lead product team. I lead the product team at Amazon AGI. And we have our co-speaker, Shubham, here, who is our Director of Engineering at Amazon AGI also. I'm also very excited to have our Amazon Nova internal customers joining us on stage. Patrick from AWS Support, Gerard from Prime Video and Amazon MGM Studios, and Jamie from Amazon Q. Let's quickly go over our agenda first before we dive in. First, we'll give you an overview of how Amazon businesses are leveraging GenAI. And next, we'll give you an intro on Amazon Nova family models. Lastly, we'll hear from our Amazon Nova internal customers and how they're using at their business. Businesses like yours are leveraging GenAI to do some amazing things to drive efficiencies across their teams. These examples include intelligent document processing, workflow documentations, and domain expert assistance like coding. Businesses are also delivering far exceptional customer experience through GenAI solutions like customer service assistance, GenAI-powered incident and case management. And businesses are driving the top line through solutions like creative content generation and even hyper-personalized customer experience. And at Amazon, we're no different. At Amazon, we have about 1,000 GenAI applications in motion. And let me walk you through some of the prominent examples. Amazon Ads, as an example, is using multimodal content generation to lower the barrier for vendors to generate video ads. AWS is leveraging GenAI to improve customer support experience and the developer experience with Amazon Q. And our legal finance teams are using GenAI to drive efficiencies in complex use cases like analyzing 1,000 documents and also checking cash flow across multiple sources. At Amazon, we had the privilege to see and also have a bird's eye view of what building GenAI application was like and the challenges associated with it. For that reason, we built Amazon Nova to really help out building GenAI applications for both internal and external builders. To learn more about Amazon Nova, we'll have Shubham come on stage here with us to explain more.
Hey, thank you, Jay. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm so excited to reintroduce, after Andy did yesterday, what Amazon Nova models are. So as you might have noticed, Amazon Nova introduces 6 models in total. We have 4 intelligent understanding models, as Andy put it, and we have 2 creative content generation models. Our intelligence models can generate text responses with different forms of input modality. Text, which is very prominently supported, but also native understanding for images and videos. Our creative content generation models can generate videos and images with the diversity of text instructions, input images, and you can iterate on top of them. We'll take a deeper look at all of them. And our 4th model, or the last 6th model here, is Amazon Nova Premier, which we pre-announced yesterday, and we're looking forward to get it in front of you sometime in Q1. So there's some things which are distinct and stand out for Amazon Nova models. All Nova models are incredibly fast. They're cost-effective and have been designed with ease to use with all of your data and your systems. They support a wide range of tasks across 200 languages and multiple modalities. They are amongst the fastest models in their respective intelligence tier. And they are about 75% less expensive than the best performing models in their respective intelligence tiers in Bedrock. We'll take a look at our price and performance later in the sections as well. All of these models are secure by design, with safety and responsibility built right in their foundations and the runtime systems that we have. All the Nova models are deeply vertically integrated with Bedrock services, so you can be assured that to get the best performance and the latency experiences when you're using them with Bedrock. There's some important attributes which differentiate each of the models in the offering, and we'll take a look at them now. So Micro is our fastest and the most cost-effective model for text-to-text benchmarks. It supports a context length of 128K, and that's perfectly suited for most high-volume workloads where speed and efficiency matters, and you want to deliver the best experience and the fastest experience for your customers. Things like intent classification, summarization, and many more. The next member is Nova Lite. Nova Lite brings multimodal capabilities at a very accessible and performant price point. This is our lowest entry multimodal model that supports a context length of up to 300K. This model is lightning fast and perfect for understanding documents with charts and images, creating structures from unstructured data like handwritten notes, Q&As against a large proprietary data set. I must mention that unlike many competing providers, Amazon Nova Lite natively processes images and documents. So you can be assured that when you're feeding in your PDF documents at different other formats, it is able to process your charts, rich spatial information, natively, as opposed to converting documents to text, which loses a lot of richness which is embedded in your different proprietary documents and formats that you might have. Our next member is Nova Pro. That has the context length of 300K, but it represents our most advanced model in the general availability today and stands as one of the most capable mid-tier models in the market right now. You can use Pro in complex multimodal use cases like extracting metadata from videos to power reasoning and planning agentic flows. We'll take a look at some of the examples later today and with some of our customers who are present here. I would like to call out 3 kind of key capabilities which really set Amazon Nova models apart from everything else which is in the industry right now. The first is the long context performance. We know that handling long context input is a key customer demand and important for applications like RAG. Our Amazon Nova models are therefore designed from ground up to perform well on long documents and provide best performance for complex document understanding. We already discussed how it natively processes different documents and formats. But here we see on this graph that models reach a strong performance of 97 to 99% on needle in a haystack, which is a popular task measuring the ability of models to locate content hidden in long text documents. As indicated by green curling, Nova models show strong retrieval abilities across varying input lengths, making it a choice for your GenAI applications. The second thing which I want to highlight where Amazon Nova models shine is ability to customize and operate at a price and the performance point that matters to your applications. As you can see in this chart, Amazon Nova models comes in 4 tiers right now. The Premier, which is coming soon, Pro, Lite, and Micro. And while Amazon Nova offers best performance out of the box, you can make it even better. Following customization that can increase the performance of Lite or Micro models as close as the level of Pro, while getting the latency and the accuracy and the cost needs for your application needs. The third and the last thing that I want to highlight is the industry-leading price performance for Amazon Nova models. As you can see, this graph is by artificial analysis, which is a third-party benchmarking. On the x-axis is the price per million tokens. So the more you're on the left-hand side, the more cost-effective your model is. And you can see that here we are comparing against the same models that that Andy covered in the benchmarks yesterday. And based on the analysis performed, our models are, as you can see, like Amazon Micro, Lite, and Nova Pro are in some ways leading what price performance means in the respective classes. Now, if I remove all the models and restrict it to only models present in Bedrock, it's the same graph. You can see that Micro, Lite, and Pro are at least 75% more cost-effective than any other choice you have available on Bedrock today. So here's an example, as you can see. This demonstrates Nova's native video understanding capability. On the left-hand side is a 12-second segment. Let me see if I can replay it, but where a game is going on. And what is distinct in here is, unlike most other providers, we are not sampling images and feeding them into the model. Nova model is natively processing this video. So a lot of rich information on transitions, on how this active gameplay is evolving, is captured in a very detailed response, as you can see on the right-hand side. This is another example of a handwriting understanding task. So let's take it live, where we are providing the model instructions to transform a whiteboard, which could have been your whiteboarding session with your team. And you want to convert that into structured information. And a single pass, it provides that information for you. Well, these were the understanding models, and I would invite Jay to talk us through some of our creative content generation models next. There you go, Jay. Okay, so that's this one. Perfect.
Thank you, Shubham. So we've launched understanding models, and now we're going to talk about our generation models. So we have two types, the canvas and also real. Let's go into one by one. First up is our Amazon Nova Canvas. It's a new generation of image generator model that generates high-quality images and supports the most advanced set of features for image generation and editing. We're also really excited about custom controls we've enabled to help you generate the output you want, like tuning images or hex codes or using natural language prompts to drive camera motions like pan, rotation, all the tools that you want. It also generates images up to 2K by 2K, and customers will be able to fine-tune this model on their proprietary data very soon. And of course, Canvas supports safety and responsible use of AI, including watermarking and output indemnity. Now let's look into some examples of Nova Canvas. So this is a text-to-image, as you can see. We put a prompt in, and these are very high-quality images that you could get. This is the in-painting example of placing a generated image into an existing asset, and now you can see swans, which on the left side, it's not. Outpainting is an input image of an Amazon truck, and on a highway, now we want to change that into a different background very simply by prompting it. Now you have the Amazon truck on a street. We also have a way to use our own color palette to tune the outputs using hex codes, which is awesome. And also, we could remove the background very easily. Second model is our Amazon Nova Reel. Our video generation model supports both text and video and image to video generation. In near future, we'll enable customers to easily edit the videos. Today, Reel supports 6 seconds of video, and will support longer format 2-minute videos in the coming months. It will also be adding storyboarding to help guide the generation of longer format videos as well. And as a recurring theme, and we want to really emphasize that our models also adhere that strong RAI controls built for enterprise and also businesses, including invisible watermarks and output indemnity. In future, we'll also support content credentials aligned with C2PA standard. Now let's look into some examples of Nova Reel. First one is as you can see in the prompt, slow cam of a man middle-aged 4K, cinematic in a sunny day, peaceful, highest quality in Dalian. The second one is my favorite, a close-up of a large seashell in the sand, gentle waves, flows on the sail, and then the camera zooms in. A fun example of this is that a mushroom drinking a cup of tea while sitting on a couch, photorealistic. I can't imagine this happening, but it does a really good job. The last one is a cheeseburger, very dense prompting, but it does a really well job of making a photorealistic example. All right, now that we've learned about Amazon Nova in a very compact session, we also want to transition to seeing the action, live in action of having our customers showcase a real application that they're working on. First, we want to welcome Patrick on stage, the Director of Engineering from AWS Support, leveraging the power of Amazon Nova for agentic application use case. Patrick.
Thank you, Jay. So hi, I'm Patrick Nguyen. I'm the Director of Intelligent Tooling for AWS Support. So responsible for the technology that helps customers and our support teams resolve technical issues in the most efficient, timely, and responsible way. So AWS Support has long been recognized for providing industry-leading quality and service. And many customers, I mean, in fact, many of you in this room have consistently given us satisfaction ratings, well above 90%. But we are aware that good human-driven support requires time and patience. Technical issues are complex, and today it requires, on average, slightly over 3 hours of dedicated support engineer effort. And then when you add delays, waiting for follow-on information from our customers or from other AWS teams, the elapsed time to resolution stretches to a few days. So GenAI is the pathway for transforming this experience. With Nova, if you train and give Nova models access to technical data and knowledge, they can solve problems right the first time. And this enables customers to get their issues fixed fully, on time, on demand, without waiting for human support. And as a result, intelligent AI assistants powered by Nova can help customers and support engineers resolve technical problems in a fraction of the time and effort that it takes today. So let's talk about some of the benefits of Nova. So the first is Nova's agentic capabilities, such as in-context understanding, chain of thought, tool calling, enables responses to complex general guidance and troubleshooting questions that are complete, they're relevant, and they're correct. Second is with Nova, we have the ability to do pre-training and fine-tuning with large amounts of data that enhances understanding and reasoning capabilities for our technical domain. So effectively, we're creating a model that knows the solution to every problem that AWS has recorded, and that knows every technique for solving problems, even the ones that we haven't seen before. And then third, with Nova, we can predict solutions based not just on textual descriptions, but we can include rich multimodal data that represents the customer's business context, and the full state of their cloud environment. So this includes logs, it includes technical diagrams, it includes graphs, it includes presentations. So with GenAI, we have built AI assistants that can play multiple roles that cover the breadth of functions performed by support. So this year, we launched an AI technician that can resolve technical account management and billing requests. And then next year, we're launching an AI advisor that can provide advice and guidance to help improve system costs, performance, availability, and security. And we are also launching the first version of an AI administrator that can manage workloads and that can anticipate and resolve operational issues. So what I'm going to show you now, it's a demo of a cost optimization use case that's leveraging the multimodal capabilities of Nova.
What you're seeing here is a support engineer presenting the architecture diagram to Nova to ask for best practice recommendations through our support applications. Next, you can see the support engineer requesting Nova for cost optimization recommendations. Actionable cost optimization requires understanding customer architecture and applying AWS best practices. Finally, the support engineer proceeds to request Nova to generate the CDK code to implement the recommendations. This illustrates Nova's capability to generate accurate CDK code. Here, Nova created CloudFormation templates implementing cost optimization best practices like S3 intelligent tiering and generated cost estimates to meet customer requirements.
So I'll quickly walk you through a simplified high-level architecture of this solution. So at the top there, you can see this is the flow for a conventional human-driven support. So when customers request support, in queue or in the AWS console, they're routed to a human expert. So those are the elements at the top. And then, so what we've introduced is we've introduced an external AI assistant in queue and an internal AI assistant on our internal properties. And both of these leverage the same set of foundational components. So this includes Nova. It includes a multi-agent framework that orchestrates experiences across multiple agents, each one of which is responsible for a domain or a subdomain within the technical support space. So that's the architecture. So stay tuned. I mean, next year we'll be launching a lot more agents in partnership with the Amazon Nova team. And this will continue to push the frontiers for technical troubleshooting and will give customers even more convenience and flexibility in getting their issues resolved. Thank you.
I know it's a lot going in, so just to quickly recap, I think it was a great example how a RAG and fine-tuning in partnership with agentic workflow can solve real-world problems, especially the complex ones. And I think that you could also go in and have fun with that. So next up, it's my pleasure to introduce Jared Medioni, our Vice President and Distinguished Scientist at Prime Video and Amazon MGM Studios, who will be presenting an example of Nova in action to produce a narrative video of an entire series season. So thank you. Sure.
Thank you, Jay, for the introduction. And I'm really excited to tell you about an example we could build of with the capabilities that Nova is providing. So let me say a few words about Prime Video. When you open your portal, you get suddenly exposed to an enormous amount of content. This content some of it is coming from our own studios, where we create those original movies, series. But we also have content from our channel partners. So you can get Max, you can get Apple TV through the Prime Video portal. We also have linear channels in there, and we have sports. And I hope that many of you are watching Thursday Night Football and the alternative broadcast there. And that provides a very unique situation and a differentiated viewing experience. Now, what I'm going to show you here is one example that we built using Nova to create a recap, a narrated recap of one of our own Amazon original, Bosch Legacy Season 2. So imagine that you are going to be watching Season 3, but Season 2 was a while back. You need to remember the characters, you need to remember the plot, and you don't want to watch again Season 2, which is 10 episodes and about 7 hours. So we want to help you and give you get you caught up. And if you do, the hope is that you're going to want to watch Season 3 right after that. Now, if you want to create such a summary, and you want to do it with a traditional way, it's going to take weeks. So you need to identify the key characters, you need to identify the plots, the subplot, the story arc, and you also want to make it relevant for the new season so that we are ready for it. So we want to do it as narrated, but we want to show you that in a visually impactful way. Okay? And with Nova, we can do that. And we can do all of this and create a theatrical quality recap in a matter of hours. So, why we use Nova? Well, have you heard before, with Nova, you can understand video. And we can train Nova with a lot of the content that we have, long-form cinematic content. So it can become very good at understanding the video. And if you ingest the entire video, you get a very wide context, and that gives you rich, detailed description from this content. All right. Let's watch together the first 2 minutes. The whole recap is really 3 minutes, but I'm going to just tease you with a 2-minute version of it, built using Nova.
In the gripping second season of Bosch Legacy, Harry Bosch finds himself entangled in a complex web of murder, corruption, and personal struggles.
Remind me again when you're going to retire?
When people stop killing each other.
The season kicks off with a chilling event. Harry's daughter Maddie is abducted by Kurt Dockweiler. As Bosch frantically searches for Maddie, he clashes with official investigators.
We have to do this the right way.
I don't.
With the help of Mo Bossi,
That stuff's classified.
Since when does that slow you down?
they uncover crucial evidence linking Dockweiler to the crime.
Time is running out.
Where's my daughter?
Meanwhile, Maddie fights for survival. After a harrowing search, Bosch finally rescues her. The ordeal takes a significant emotional toll on both Maddie and Bosch.
I sleep with a light on and my gun under my pillow.
As Maddie recovers, she gradually returns to her police duties, joining the crime reduction unit.
Let's go catch some bad guys.
However, the trauma of her kidnapping continues to affect her.
I'm just afraid that the department's going to question whether I'm capable of doing my job.
Bosch becomes embroiled in a complex murder investigation involving a sheriff deputy's wife.
I know who you are. You're a disgrace to the badge you used to wear.
Working with attorney Honey Chandler, Bosch uncovers a web of corruption implicating detectives Ellis and Long.
You still carry a gun, right? Keep your head on a swivel.
As Bosch closes in on the truth, the detectives attempt to kill him and Mo. Undeterred, the investigation culminates in a deadly confrontation.
Police! Freeze!
This act, while heroic, deeply affects Maddie, forcing her to confront the harsh realities of her chosen profession.
What is justice and what is vengeance?
All right. Thank you. Now, after that, I'm sure you all want to watch season 3. And watch, by the way, the rest of the recap. Okay, so I showed you the final product, which is very polished, very cinematic. The question, how did we do that? How do we take 10 episodes over 7 hours and turn it into a 3-minute recap? Well, there's 3 major pieces. The first one is synopsis generation. What really happened? The second part is voice synthesis. And the third one is turning it into video, which is a visual montage. So let's start each one of them. Let's see what happens. So we ingest 10 hours in there, and we create a synopsis. It's a textual synopsis. This is going from video with audio, image, and sound, all the way to text. And here is the example. In the gripping second season that you heard, Harry Bosch finds himself entangled in a complex web of murder, corruption, and personal struggles. Notice that we introduce the characters at the same time. Harry's daughter, Maddie. So, so that you know who it is abducted by Kurt Dockweiler. Now you know what the characters are. Okay, we now have a text summary. We're going to turn that into an audio. Now, it's not just text to speech. You need to carry the emotion, the tone, the intensity. That's what you need to capture. That's what's going to get the audience brought into it. So here it is.
In the gripping second season of Bosch Legacy, Harry Bosch finds himself entangled in a complex web of murder, corruption, and personal struggles.
All right. Well, now what we have is we have the sound. What's a movie without images? We need to get the video back. So we do the visual montage. So how does that work? I'm going to show you really briefly an illustration.
In the gripping second season of Bosch Legacy, Harry Bosch finds himself entangled in a complex web of murder, corruption, and personal struggles.
So for each of the key components, you're going to look for a clip. And you're going to get a bunch of the clips. You have to select them. Then you need to put them together. But you're not done. It needs to be smooth. And what else? It needs to be consistent temporally in sync with the narration. And once we do that, then you get finally the result that you saw earlier. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll pass it on back to Jay.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Gerard. I know what I'm going to watch this weekend after this re:Invent. So it's a very captivating recap and amazing to see how you leverage native video understanding from our Amazon Nova models and long context for this use case. And I could see so much use case being made from this kind of capability, and I'm sure you do too. Next up is we'll invite Jamie St. Onge to talk about Amazon Q Developer and its use cases.
Thank you. That's a hard one to follow, folks. I'm a Bosch fan. I hadn't watched season 2 yet, though, but now I know. So I can move on to season 3. Hi, everybody. I'm Jamie St. Onge. I am a senior manager of product for Amazon Q Developer. And we've been focused a lot this year on several aspects to Q Developer, and I'm sure you've heard a ton of the different announcements, but Q Developer is AI-based. Q Developer is the most capable AI-based solution for building, managing, and deploying applications. And my focus, and what we're going to go through today, is really how you can use Q Developer for managing your applications on AWS. Anybody have applications on AWS? Kidding. As you know, as your AWS environment scales, it can become extremely complex and hard to manage all of your AWS resources. You've got multiple accounts to deal with, multiple organizations likely to deal with, and you're probably running quite a few workloads. To be able to manage your resources or even inspect your resources, you probably have to navigate to multiple service console pages. You can use the CLI, or you can even build some custom scripts that go across multiple APIs. So we focused our use case with Nova on AWS resource inspection and helping you understand the state of your resources. So with Q Developer now, and specifically Q Developer in the AWS console, you can ask Q about the state of your AWS resources. You can ask Q everything from list my S3 buckets, and Q will look into your account and list all of your S3 buckets, to which RDS needs to be updated, or how many instances are running on Linux. So several things that you can do with Q. We chose to use Nova for several different reasons. We have a very high bar for accuracy within Q, and especially when we're looking at your AWS resources, we want to make sure that we are providing you with the most accurate and up-to-date information. And all of our testing has proven that Nova gave us the highest % of accuracy. So we see 94.3% accuracy in all of our offline evaluations compared to other models. We also need to do it fast. If you have a large AWS environment and you're dealing with inspecting these resources, you know it takes time. Hitting all of these APIs can take quite a bit of time. And so we wanted to provide a customer experience that was as quick as possible, and Nova allowed us to reduce latency in getting your responses to you. And then the last piece of it, we wanted to be cost effective. Frugality is one of our leadership principles, and we want to pass that frugality on to our customers as well. And so Nova gave us what we needed from quality, performance, and price to be able to give you, all of our customers, a good experience. Sorry, I think I might have clicked too fast. All right, so let's go through a demo here and really look at
Hello everyone, I'd like to show you some capabilities within Q Developer that helps you find and describe the resources within your account. Here I've got Q Developer opened up on the right, and I can ask simple questions like list my EC2 instances. Q Developer will go and look at the region that I'm currently configured in, or explicit region that I ask about, and find all the instances in that region. And here we can see that we found 10 EC2 instances and US East 1. I can quickly jump into any of these instances. I can also ask Q follow-up questions about any of these particular instances. So I can say, which EBS volumes are attached to the instance? And I'll give it the instance ID. And here we can see the results. It'll list out the EC2 instance that I'm asking about, as well as all of the EBS volumes attached. Here we can see there's only one EBS volume, and I can quickly get information about it. Hope this has been helpful. Thank you very much.
Okay. Quick little demo there. All right, so how it was built. So with We use different LLMs for different use cases, and we do operate on an agentic framework. So what you're looking at here on the screen is specifically in regards to what we call Q Actions. Q Actions is also what the demo was for. So Q Actions is a tool in our agentic framework. What it does is it takes the natural language query from Q, turns that into a CLI command, passes those CLI commands then over to Nova, and Nova then generates all of the APIs back to us that we need to then do the resource inspection. Pretty simple, pretty simplistic, actually. But again, this is still extremely hard to do, especially when you're managing thousands of AWS resources across multiple accounts and organizations as well. There we go. And I'll turn it back over to you. Thanks, Jay.
Thanks, Jamie. As you could see, this is a very powerful use case how Amazon Nova can drive efficiencies and customer experience improvements through intelligence and also speed at the lowest cost, at a performance cost, to be exact. All right, so and for our last spotlight, we cannot miss Amazon Ads, which we have already announced before, but we want to kind of recap it for you here. So we're going to walk you through how Amazon Ads team is leveraging our Amazon Nova models. So as you know, video ads are great, and it's great at driving engagement. However, they're costly. So Amazon Ads went into action to build a solution to lower the barrier with their ads video generator product, but using existing assets and content like detail pages to generate video ads with Nova Reveal. As a result, they were able to make a high engagement with a at an affordable price for most of our advertisers. Amazon Ads chose Amazon Nova because of its responsible AI controls, and also advanced controls like editing, and also the ability to customize. So here's an example of, I want to jump right into the video to show you the quality and also how it looks like of using Amazon Reels to create a video ads. Yes, I know you guys are all getting hungry, and this ad's not really helping. So just to recap, Amazon Ads was able to use Amazon Nova Reels to help Amazon Ads reduce cost of video ad production. I think this is going to continue, and we're very excited to see more of it. Well, that really wraps up our presentation here. But because we talked so much, I want to recap for you what models were introduced and how they were used. Amazon Nova Foundation models has 6 models here, starting from understanding models from Light, Micro, Light Pro, and Premier, which is coming very soon. And content creation models, which I just explained, Canvas and Reel. What's next for Amazon Nova? As Andy mentioned yesterday, we're going to have a new speech-to-speech model that can accept speech and text input and generate speech and text output, which is super exciting. We're also going to working on some special projects that are capable of delivering any-to-any model where you can provide text, image, and audio and video as an input, and the model can generate outputs in any of these modalities. And this is going to come next year. So to get started with Amazon Nova, please use this QR code to get more information. Run evals comparing Amazon Nova in your Amazon Bedrock implementations. Test Amazon Nova on Amazon Bedrock Playground, which is super easy to do, by the way. And check out our prompt guidance and our quick start guides available via the link on the right, which is the QR code. That all said, thank you so much for joining this afternoon. And also thank you for our speakers joining on stage. And hope you guys have a great evening. Thank you.